Welcome to the Lift Beauty Accelerator Pitch Competition. I'm your host, Leslie Roberson. Over the next hour, you'll have an opportunity to meet 10 amazing female identifying, diverse small beauty founders as they pitch for their chance to win $10,000 and an opportunity to have their products placed in JCPenney and the Black Beauty Collective. None of this could have been possible without our team of amazing judges. We have Ron Brunscombe, Senior Buyer with JCPenney. We have Duran Curry, Vice President of Digital Acceleration for Rare Beauty Brands. We have Marcia Condry, attorney and founder of the Equity and Wellness Collaborative. And most importantly, you, the viewer. You will have an opportunity to cast your vote for your favorite beauty brand by using the link below. Voting is now open until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And remember, your vote matters. I am so excited. Let's get started.
Hi, my name is Megan Graham. I'm the founder of Rees, and we're based in Brooklyn, New York. You'll usually catch me biking anywhere around the city as it's my favorite way to travel. And I am up next.
So I'm Megan, I'm the founder of Rees, and I'm so excited to tell you about Rees today. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So I spent most of my career in fashion and beauty marketing, most recently as the beauty marketing director for Vogue. And it was during my career that I would travel all the time for work, but I could never find black hair care in a travel size. So I do the thing that a lot of us have done where I'd go to Duane Reade or CVS or Walgreens, and I'd buy a little plastic bottle, and I would come home and I'd fill it up with my curl creams or my conditioners. I'd write on them with the Sharpie, and then I'd tape it shut. I'd throw it in a Ziploc bag. I'd do all these things so that it wouldn't leak during my trip. Spoiler alert, when I'd get to my hotel, it would always have leaked or broken or cracked, or I couldn't tell what was in there anymore. And so every time I would come back to New York, that was really the most egregious part because there would always be a little bit of product left in the bottle. And I would always throw it away because I knew there was no way I could actually reuse this bottle. So I was throwing away plastic and I was throwing away product. And that's why I started Rees. To me, Rees is the freedom to take care. We are totally revolutionizing what it means to travel with your beauty products. Everyone has a unique beauty routine, whether it's hair care or skin care or prescription retinols, and we're making it easier for people to travel in a sustainable way. We have launched with our hero product, which I'll tell you about in a minute. We've also expanded to 4 colorways, 2 different sizes that are TSA compliant, gift sets, and we've expanded into travel accessories with our now sold out multiple times travel toiletry bag. But why does this matter? Well, the beauty industry has a plastic problem. It's a $129 billion industry, and for about every dollar spent, there's a single-use beauty plastic bottle produced. And not only that, but we're traveling again. We want experiences. We want to bring our beauty products on the go. And with travel, I love this fact that in 1990, 5% of the US population held a passport. But today in 2024, it's about 50%. People want to spend on experiences and they want to go. So why does this matter for our industry? Well, the travel size toiletry market is about a $7 billion market. But when you add in the way that we've expanded in travel toiletries, it becomes a $100 billion market. So it's a massive market opportunity. And so back to our hero product, everything we've made top to bottom is the most sustainable bottle you can find on the market. We've made the first ever refillable toiletry bottle with an airless pump. It was important for me because it's the most hygienic way to carry your products with you on the go. You don't have a jar opening up over and over again to the elements. It keeps ingredients shelf-stable. It's easy to use. It's dishwasher safe, which I love. It's made of FDA-approved recycled plastics that are medical grade, safe for skin and hair. And again, it's got our airless pump, and it's really, really easy to decant your products. So what does this mean in terms of our growth? We've been around for about 2.5 years. We've grossed well over $1 million in revenue. We've about doubled our sales every year since launch. We're on track to do another million within this calendar year. And so far, the press and our customers love us. We have the stamp of approval from Condé Nast Traveler, Cosmopolitan, and Glamour. And this is our current revenue stream and business model. We're sold at Sephora with about 60% of our revenue model. We've launched at the MoMA Design Store, Goop.com. We just launched this past summer at the Container Store, which has been amazing and wonderful. And in the future, we're going to continue that growth, continue going into brick and mortar at Sephora, of course, continue our .com and global growth, continue servicing those smaller retailers, and go to really where we know our customers are. This is the team that's helped us get to this point. Two of our key investors and mentors are Nancy Twine, the founder of Briogeo, as well as Gary Vaynerchuk of VaynerMedia. And that's Reese. Thank you so much. I'm excited to get your questions. You're still on mute too.
Good. I'm sorry.
Megan, amazing. Thank you so much and excellent presentation. Let's get started with our panelists. Ron, you have it in your hand. Let's start with you.
Sneak peek of the product.
Amazing.
My question is, I see some formats already. What can you do to keep extending the brand?
For me, it's all about building the most responsible sorry, I can still hear myself. Can you mute for a second? I'm so sorry. To me, it's about building the most responsible vanity. I think there's so many different products in our vanity space, in the beauty space, that can use a sustainable and responsible overhaul. So as I've said, we've launched different colors, different sizes. I'm excited about new materials in the market. Our toiletry bag that we launched last year, we have trouble keeping in stock, to be honest. It continues to sell out over and over again. So continuing to listen to our customers and just look at the entire vanity space and how we can totally renew it and bring it into the future is how we can expand. So it's endless, I guess is my answer.
One follow-up question. How are you acquiring new customers?
Sure. So we actually only spend about 4% of our total income on marketing and advertising right now. So we really aren't spending much at all. So it's really word of mouth, truthfully. And it's a lot of different opportunities that we've taken through earned media. We just kind of go out with the bottle. We do a lot of gifting. It's a lot of earned organic growth. But we've just brought on a new PR team and we are looking at running ads for, of course, holiday and in the future as we expand our product line and expand our retailers.
I just want to kind of build what everyone has said. I think that the brand looks fantastic. What I love about the way that you outlined the approach is the size of prize, right? Talking about where we were in 95 to where we are today, I think we can all see the growth of the market, the potential there. The question I have for you is more centered around your competition, however. Who would you define as your primary competition, part one? And then part two is, how do you see your point of difference relative to that competition?
Sure. I think most of our customers right now, not most of our customers, but a lot of customers right now buy on Amazon. They don't know that we exist. And so what we're making is truly a completely different way to use a travel bottle. We're a totally different, as I said, we have a design and utility patent. So there's nothing truly like us in the marketplace. So our biggest competitor would just be the outdated single-use plastic bottles that people have been forced to use. And I think for us, it's kind of building up, again, our brand equity in these places like Sephora, Black Beauty Collective, all of these incredible places, and getting these, I think, nods of, sorry, I'm losing my words, but just kind of getting these nods of people buying into the idea and validating, that's the word, validating what we've built through all of these different amazing outlets and editors and everything like that, so that when we go into Amazon and we start to tell our story into a place, there's no question that not only is it a superior product, but it's more superior because you're doing better for the planet. So I think once we get to the point where we can enter that market, where we have the cash flow to be able to do that and to keep those numbers high, our point will have already been made and we'll go in with a bang in those markets.
Marcia, do you have any questions?
I do. So I love that the packaging is sustainable. I'm wondering about the actual ingredients of the products. Do you market them as such? And then in terms of the different stores where your products are they in the clean section? Like, where are they situated?
Yes. So, Marcia, we are an empty bottle, so there are no products that go inside of our bottle. We are a reusable travel bottle made for beauty products. But that's what I love about the bottle so much, is that we complement all of these beautiful shelf-stable beauty products that all of these wonderful people have made. So that's a great advantage of going into the beauty industry and highlighting Sephora as our very first retail partner was really important for me too, as a Sephora consumer, as a beauty enthusiast, to make a bottle that worked so well with all these beautiful, clean products. But I will say that we are only one of 40 brands globally that has the Sephora Planet Aware seal, meaning that we meet the most stringent levels of sustainability from our packaging. And again, that just works so beautifully with all of these beautiful groups and things that everyone here has made.
Thank you for sharing. So it's just strictly packaging.
That's correct.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Kata and I live in New York City. My brand is Our Side and we create scent for self-care and connection. I love going to my local coffee shop, dog watching, and eating way too many French fries. And I'm up next.
Hello everyone, I'm Kata. I'm the founder of Our Side. We are a conscious fragrance brand that redefines inclusivity and sustainability in beauty. We launched in January 2023, and since then we've been featured in over 100 press pieces, won multiple awards, and been named one of CEW's top 25 indie brands. We've also launched in retailers like Credo Beauty and Bergdorf Goodman. But the heart of Our Side really comes from my personal story. Growing up as the daughter of a Jamaican immigrant mother, I just often felt like I didn't belong. Whether it was the way I wasn't allowed to wear name brands or the way my food smelled, I constantly felt like an outsider looking in, but scent became my escape. So whether it was the cucumber melon lotion at Bath and Body Works, or the smell of the Zamboni gas and cool air at the ice rink, or the aroma of my mom cooking with bay leaves and allspice, scent became my escape, and that's what inspired me to create Our Side, which is a space where everyone, especially those of us who feel like outsiders, belong. And we're just creating that space through scent because it's our most powerful sense. In terms of the opportunity, it's really giant because the fragrance industry, as I'm sure you know, is $60 billion. And it's actually supported heavily by people of color, but it has a real glaring lack of offerings created by us. And less than 1% of fragrance brands on shelves are Black founded. And on top of that, many products marketed to our communities are filled with harmful endocrine disruptors. And more than ever, consumers of today are really looking for and demanding options that are better for us and better for the planet. And Our Side is just answering that call. Our Side really champions diversity, prioritizes safety, and practices sustainability. Our fragrances are all unisex, certified cruelty-free, and formulated without endocrine disruptors like parabens, phthalates, and nitromusks. And each product is made in the Bronx, which supports our local community. And our secondary packaging uses FSC certified materials, and our primary packaging has recycled glass components. We launched with 3 different fragrances, and our debut scents are inspired by daydreams. Moondust is fresh and earthy, Nostalgia is floral, creamy, and woody, and Dusk is boozy, smoky, and woody. And each of these has won awards, and they're really not fragrances. They're stories in a bottle and a spark that opens new possibilities and celebrates all of the quirks of who we are. Our customer base is pretty diverse, but how they're connected is on a psychographic level. They really align with our values. They care about what they put on their bodies and in their homes, and they use a combination of everyday essentials and elevated products. Our customers often live in big cities, and they're really a part of these shifts that we're seeing in consumer behavior. They're looking for brands that align with their personal values and lifestyle choices. Our team is small and mighty, and we're driving Our Side forward. I myself spent time leading sales and managing a multi-million-dollar business unit before earning my MBA at Harvard Business School, where I built a strong network of resources that have helped us get Our Side to this point. Our team is really committed to pushing boundaries and driving Our Side's mission further. And we really are about creating a movement that challenges the status quo just through fragrance. In just over a year and a half since launching, we've been featured in many top press outlets, secured distribution in major retailers, and connected with a growing community of customers and community members, but we really want to do more. Our vision is big, and it's to infuse scent back into our everyday lives with a portfolio of scent-focused products. We want to have scent for every way our customers hope to experience it. And our growth will come from new products, expanding our distribution, and growing our community, which is our reason for being. With this $10,000 in mentorship, we can meet the growing demand. We can avoid stockouts that we've already experienced twice and continue, developing our next chapter of Sense. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kita. Amazing job. Let's start with Marcia this time.
Thank you. Kita, your brand is amazing.
you.
I was going to ask about the clean aspects. That's like my focus. And I see that your product is in Credo.
It is. So we launched in Credo 4 months
Standard.
after launching. Yeah.
Credo standard is up there. So I want to know about your other products, the bath products and personal care products. Are those going to be in Credo as well, or are they already there?
We haven't launched those. So right now we only have 3 fragrances. We have them in 2 different sizes. This full size, a travel size, and then a little sample kit that we sell on our website. But our future vision is to introduce candles and then Bath and Body, just because we've gotten so many email requests from customers for it already. So that's in our future vision state. And they would be all formulated in our same conscious ethos.
Awesome. Well, congratulations already.
Thank you.
Sharon.
Congratulations, that was a great presentation, and I love the fragrance.
Thank
I'm
you.
really interested in the brand extension, so like the candles and the Bath and Body. Can you give me an idea on timing on when those would run out?
Yeah, so we're working on candles right now, actually. We're on our 3rd iteration. We're using a soy blend wax. And so, as I'm sure you know, that's a slightly more difficult wax to use, but we really don't want to use paraffin just because of a lot of feedback we've gotten from our customers of what they feel comfortable putting in their homes. And so we're working on candles now, and then we'll proceed after we do that to Bath and Body. I'm excited that the grant we would use partially for just securing more primary components so we can manufacture faster, but secondarily to kind of speed up our R&D for these candles and for new fragrances that we're also working on.
Again, congratulations on your success to date. Quick question. You talked a little bit about your expansion into retail. I also understand that you obviously have a website. I'm curious, can you share a little bit about the breakdown of your revenue by channel? Where are you getting the bulk of your revenue from? And then how do you see that proceeding as you go forward?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now we sell, as you said, on our website, in Credo Beauty and at Bergdorf Goodman. And right now it's about a 50-50 split. If you look at it annually in any given month, it might shift, the D2C versus retail. But my hope for us as we grow is that retail starts to become a bigger chunk of what we do. We honestly have said no to a lot of inbound requests just because I wanted to make sure that we were able to learn and test in the retail that we were in so far. Now we're in a place where I feel like we can continue to expand, which I'm excited about. But I see for us that retail will be big just because people still do want to experience scent in person. And then additionally, we'll start to have a chunk, hopefully from B2B. We have a partnership that we've established with a group that essentially sells into large hotel chains, because I see that as a great way to build brand equity while we're growing. So that'll be a piece. And then a very small chunk will come from partnerships. We're working on our first partnership now where a sleep brand is interested in creating something with us, and we're working through that with them. And I think that'll be a great and low cost and effective way to, again, increase brand awareness and start to grow there.
I really appreciate the approach that you've taken. I think your point about experiencing scent in person is so critical. One of the toughest things to do is to sell scent visually, right? So
yeah.
I totally get where you're coming from.
I agree.
Thank you so much, Kita. Amazing presentation. I love a story in a bottle. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hi, I'm Nana Isanakiwowo.
And I'm Marcia Cole. We're the co-founders of Fourth Phase based in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey.
Fun fact about me, I like to blow bubbles in my spare time.
Fun fact about me, I drive with 2 feet.
We're up next.
We're the co-founders of Fourth Phase, a social impact maternal wellness brand normalizing 4th trimester care globally. What is the fourth trimester? The fourth trimester occurs during the first 2 years after birth. This experience is nuanced. Behind the lovely, perfect social media posts, new moms face the harsh realities of recovery, C-section scarring, delays in breast milk production, vaginal tears, and mental and physical exhaustion are her new normal. With only one doctor's visit in the first 6 weeks, the lack of care negatively impacts over 85% of the 4 million new mothers in the US. For BIPOC mothers, this can be fatal because they are 3 to 10 times more likely to die after childbirth. Yet this is all preventable.
At fourth phase, we deliver an ecosystem to improve maternal morbidity outcomes for new moms with an innovative 360 approach to the $16 billion global fourth trimester market. Shop, learn, connect. Mothers can shop our e-com store for premium fourth trimester products to heal the mind and body. They can read and listen to our podcast to learn cultural wisdoms and to connect with new moms and socially competent postpartum experts. And then also we have a pay it forward forgive me. We have a pay it forward. Oh, I've clicked that too many times, forgive me. Pay it forward, which allows us to support mothers in the US and across sub-Saharan Africa. Because what we understand is that no matter where you are in the world, however you deliver, your healing process is the same.
Our products, kits, and boxes, which are endorsed by doulas and midwives, provide relief for anxiety and brain fog, dry, cracked, sore nipples, vaginal tears, pelvic floor recovery, and postpartum skincare. Our hero and best-selling products, which are in front of you, includes the Every Birth Box, which takes the guesswork out of gift buying, and our clean, plant-based postpartum skincare products, which moms consistently give 5 stars.
Our team consists of 30 years of CPG brand development, supply logistics experts, and maternal and postpartum healthcare as well. But the day-to-day goes to Marcia and I.
To launch fourth phase, we leaned into earned media to drive online traffic and partnered with postpartum pros, mommy influencers, sororities, and pop-up shops. We generated over 30 million media impressions from being in tier 1 press from Harper's Bazaar to Forbes.com. And we, sorry. And we generated these levers, and we were voted best postpartum kit for body and mind by thebump.com. These levers provided proof of concept for us. Since we launched, we generated over 100,000 in DTC sales, sold over 1,000 to customers, and generated a newsletter list of 2,000. Our impact has been felt by over 2,000 US and sub-Saharan African moms. To accelerate growth, we're expanding to on Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and Cencora, which is the largest pharmaceutical distributor in the US. We're also growing our customer base, our 29% retention rate, leveraging our strong AOV of $93 and improving our current cost of goods to 89%. These efforts will support our year-over-year growth projections to generate $2 million in revenue with a gross profit margin of 83%.
Thank you so much.
And time. Thank you. Let's go to our judges. Ron.
Thank you. First, I have a comment. This is a really, really well-branded line. It looks great on shelf. And I also appreciate that as you're talking about how to use the product and what it does, that you start everything with Dear Mama. So I think it creates a very really great relationship. My question is, once they start using the product, what's the timeline for how long they need to be using it?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear the
question.
question. Okay.
The question he asked was, what was the timeline?
Yeah. How long will they be using the product?
The fourth trimester lasts anywhere from the 6 weeks after birth to 2 years. So some of the products have different timelines. So our bod butter product, which is one of our hero products, I'm sorry, can we mute the other side? Thank you. Our bod butter product is something that a mother can use for the full duration, even after she's out of the fourth trimester. It's an amazing skincare product. Some of the other products do have a shelf life in terms of how long until she's recovered. Our Post Undies, for example, which is the underwear that is right next to Doreen closest, is something that a mom will use right after she's delivered, especially if she's had a vaginal birth, because then she'll be using it for her sanitary pad to kind of help. So then that has a shelf life. Our belly wrap, however, is something that she can use for a very long time, and even something I use myself, and my daughter is now 11 years old, only because it helps give really great back support. And so it initially is around helping her uterus contract back, and it's kind of an ancient African method. When I delivered, my mom tied a piece of cloth around my belly to help it cinch in, and it helped with my posture. And so I still use it every once in a while when my back is aching. You can put that on. So depending on the product and where she is in the process, she can continue to come back to our site and purchase these things individually and not have to be inside of the box.
Thank you.
And actually, I'm not going to ask a question. I did want to just give a comment. What I love about this brand, what I'm excited about, is that you guys are normalizing the entire birthing cycle, right? We talk so much about when someone gets pregnant, but rarely do we talk about the care that's required after birth. And I just really appreciate what you ladies are doing here. So fantastic job.
Thank you.
Marsha, what kind of questions do you have?
You know, I mainly have comments. As someone who's worked in women's health, I worked at the National Women's Health Network for years, and I'm a big advocate for maternal health, especially within the Black community. I love that your products are endorsed by doulas, and I am just in awe of all your offerings, and I think your product is great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Marcia.
Hi everybody, my name is Amara Onwakemi, the founder of Femigist, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. And in true Georgia fashion, I love all things peaches and chicken wings. And not to mention my cute dog, Cash. It's time for me to go? Okay, let's do it. Hi everybody, this is my brand Femigist. My name is Amara Onwakemi, and I am the Chief Estrogen Officer of Femigist. I got my bachelor's in marketing from Howard University, a historically Black college where I had the unique opportunity to learn about the specific needs of Black women. And it was during my tenure at Howard University that I was introduced to the beauty space, creating a luxury hair extensions brand, scaling it to a multiple six-figure brand before graduation. Currently, I've had multiple institutions provide direct business support and mentorship to me, building my current brand, Femigist. Yep, that's me. Femigist was born in my kitchen after years of unsuccessful doctor's visits due to hormonal challenges that not only impacted my health, but also my physical appearance and my confidence. In fact, 80% of women suffer from hormonal disruptions that cause chronic health conditions which affect Black women more severely. One of the leading conditions caused by hormones is hirsutism, AKA female facial hair. And this can impact girls as young as 14. And with the growing market of women's health products being currently worth $44 billion and the demand for women-specific wellness providers that will surpass availability by 2030, which leads women to seek alternatives. So the focus on women's hormonal health is not only relevant, but essential. Femigist creates plant-powered, targeted solutions that comprehensively address conditions caused by hormonal imbalances. Because when dealing with hormonal challenges, current brands are very generic and overlook the real intersectionality between beauty and wellness. But here at Femigist, we've been thoughtful in creating a line of products that speak to women's real experiences, like shuffling between dermatologists and gynecologists. So today we'll focus on my hero product line that addresses women's hormonal facial hair growth. This is my best-selling chin kit. That is our 3-product triple threat that includes our proprietary Hairy Godmother oil that slows down hair growth, weakens the hair follicles, and thins out hair over time. And then our post-pluck toner mitigates irritations, ingrowns, and dark marks from plucking these hairs.
And then our proprietary hirsutism supplement that decreases the androgen hormones that cause facial hair growth in the first place. Black women on average have higher androgen levels than any other demographic. So when you make an effective product for Black women, you make an effective product for everybody. And as you can see, we have incredibly healthy margins, which makes us very attractive for retail. But it's not just our products that are effective. Our brand is also. We aren't a celebrity or influencer-led brand or owned by some random man who will never experience our issues. We are radically relatable. Through our witty content, targeted products, even down to their unconventional names, we are a fresh space. We are a fresh space in the once intimidating wellness space. We humanize our solutions, making women feel like we're not just walking conditions. And as you can see, we've gotten incredible organic traction. We only mainly market on TikTok, where we generated 1.3 million in lifetime sales, thousands of positive customer reviews, over 40,000 customers. And we hope to partner with retailers like the Black Beauty Collective and JCPenney. Our go-to market includes direct sales, direct to consumer, business to business models, including retail and subscriptions. We have a revenue growth rate of 35%, which is estimated to be $2.2 million by 2026. Thank you guys so much for supporting women's hormonal care, and I hope you choose Femagist. That's it.
Awesome job. Let's start with Marsha this time.
Thank you. It's Amira.
Amara.
I'm a fellow Bison as well, so nice to see you. I think your product is also great, and I'm wondering how you classify your product. Are they cosmetics, drugs? I know you have the supplement, which is a separate category, but then in terms of the other two.
So we focus on the intersectionality between beauty and wellness. So yes, some of them are classified as cosmetic, but those are rooted in hormonal conditions. So we proactively and reactively address these things, being very mindful of the customer, because I was once my customer, and I creating a brand that not only speaks to the wellness space, but also speaks to, the beauty aspect. So I would say both.
Okay, and then also last question, have you done any kind of clinical testing on your products?
No, so that's why we are currently garnering funding to conduct formal clinical trials, but we have anecdotal evidence that supports the efficacy of our products, and all of it is research, rooted in research. So you can research, all of our ingredients are rooted in research from the National Institute of Health and then the National Naturopathic Institute of Health, because there's science behind botanicals as well. So it's rooted in actual research between the science and then like the herbs that we use. So, but we are raising funding right now to have institutional research to, provide more validity to our products.
Wonderful. Great products. Thank you.
Just have a quick question, kind of related to whether it's skincare or wellness. From a retailer point of view, do you see this being more in beauty retailers or more in a like drugstore format?
I think both, but I have gotten the attention of beauty retailers such as Ulta. They are, it's kind of having feedback. Do you mind muting? So retail partners such as Ulta have approached my brand as I'm one of their Muse cohort recipients, and they are placing me in the wellness space. So they're placing me because there isn't, as I said, there is an intersectionality between beauty and wellness, and how our wellness, because you are what you eat, like, and how our wellness impacts beauty. So they're sticking me in the wellness space, and I definitely want to bring a certain freshness to an innovation to the wellness space that hasn't been seen by our competitors.
Thank you.
To kind of continue that thread of the discussion, one of the great things about your brand is the duality of beauty and wellness. However, I have seen from experience that when you have a brand that's unique like that, it can also cause some challenges in terms of how you communicate the brand to the end consumer. It seems like you've been doing a fantastic job on TikTok, being able to get your brand out. Can you share a little bit about the messaging and how you are communicating so effectively to get people into the brand?
Yes, so like I said, the brand has been built on experiences. So if you ever have a chance to go on my TikTok, you will literally see me marketing. So for instance, it's not just period cramps. It's also okay, like some people have it in their back, some people have it in their stomach, and it's a hormonal issue also with being a reactive problem. So I'm communicating, we are addressing the issues that come with hormonal disruptions. And my hero product just happened to be my hairy godmother chin kit combination. And so when I'm communicating on TikTok, women see themselves in my product, see themselves in my content, and I'm able to speak to their experiences and position myself as a hormonal care. And we're addressing the things that come with, hormonal disruptions, even if they're not, even if they're not, they're not what people are actually like, even if they're like kind of like taboo and different. So that we're bringing a freshness to the space that hasn't been done by our competitors, and it's been really successful. All of my um organic sales have come from TikTok, and because there's no other products like it. So I feel like women really resonate with the brand. We're doing something different.
My name is Manisha Edwards, and I am the founder of Scent and Fire. I'm originally from Fresno, California, but I relocated to Dallas, Texas 3 years ago with my four-legged son, Harper. With that being said, I'm up next, and I'm going for the win. Manisha Edwards, and I am the founder of Scent and Fire. As fate would have it, I became my father's caregiver after he was shot and paralyzed back in 2017. During this challenging period, I discovered that I suffer from depression and severe anxiety, so I turned to aromatherapy healing practices to keep my anxiety under control. It took a lot of self-love and self-care to get me out of a dark space. When I started Scent and Fire, I was poised to tackle multiple issues simultaneously. In today's society where the demand for self-care is scarce, the demand for self-care is high, but time is scarce, I immediately saw a need for a different self-care solution that was easily accessible and impactful. As someone who suffers from eczema, asthma, and allergies, the products also had to be made with clean ingredients. Furthermore, there's major underrepresentation of Black culture and diversity in the fragrance industry, where $151 million Black dollars are spent annually. Scent and Fire is a unisex, clean, and inclusive fragrance label that's rooted in self-love and inspired by Black culture, fashion, and music. We are actively reimagining what luxury fragrance can be by telling a scent story through a cultured lens that reflects the rich diversity of our world. For example, our latest fragrance, Cacao Nectar, is a luxurious nod to the growing trend of Black individuals embracing softness and slow luxuries. And our popular aphrodisiac fragrance's base is saffron, which is also known as a natural aphrodisiac, signifying sensuality, passion, and love. Through technology, we are also changing the way that people interact with fragrance by pairing each scent with a curated music playlist to create a true multisensory self-care experience and complete wellness ritual. I am currently building out a dedicated mobile app for the brand to provide more digital wellness, including digital and daily affirmations, more soundscapes, and a unique shopping experience. Our target audience is men and women ages 25 to 45 who are eco-conscious and appreciate clean, luxury personal care products. Our direct competitors include Boy Smells, Dead Cool, and Skylar Clean Beauty. Aside from being one of the few Black-owned fragrance brands in the market, we're also tech-forward, phthalate-free, cruelty-free, and we're centered around wellness and diversity. Our market share opportunity includes the $4.24 trillion wellness industry, as well as the $57 billion fragrance industry. Since launching, I've acquired over 8,000 customers, and our projected revenue for 2024 is $150K. 61% of our customer base returned to repurchase, and our profit margins are pretty high at about 74%. We've been making a name for ourselves through notable features, including being on the Today Show, in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, Fast Company, and more. Our current business model serves three verticals: business to business, direct to consumer, business to consumer through partnership websites such as Fair and ampbeauty.com. And our third vertical is through retail activations for in-person fragrance making experiences. Some of our 2024 marketing vehicles include organic, social, earned media, and influencer marketing. As the founder, I come with over 15 years of branding and marketing experience, and the brand's core team consists of 3 creatives who share the same love for good fragrance, wellness, and social advocacy. Giving back is very important to us, which is why we maintain a small fund for free therapy sessions for individuals who are located in marginalized communities. I am so ready to elevate Scent and Fire to new heights with new products and experiences, and bring in more diversity, wellness, and culture into the fragrance industry. Thank you so much for your time. And until then, be well and smell well.
Good job. Let's hear from our panelists. Monisha, amazing job. Let's hear from our panelists or
And excuse
our
me, I have
judges.
peppermint in my mouth. I'm battling a major illness right now, so keeping the nausea down.
It's okay.
Thank you for sharing your founder story. I appreciated that. Can you give me an idea on the retails of your product?
On the what? I'm sorry?
The retail price?
The retail price. So the range is between $88 and $28. So the Eau de perfumes are $88. Our luxury body oils are $49. Our scented candles are $32. Our body butters are $28.
Thank you. And who develops your fragrances?
I work with a perfumer out here in Houston. He's from Paris. So I've been working with him for the past 4 years. I relocated to Dallas, Texas 3 years ago. One of the reasons is because I could be closer to him. And we bottle in-house. So he makes the raw fragrance and we finish bottling everything in our warehouse locally here in Dallas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great job. I just want to kind of get a little bit more clarity on your consumer acquisition. You just mentioned that your retail is anywhere between 28 and 88. Number one, can you give us some perspective on your average order value? Number two, what is your current cost of acquisition? And do you have a target that you're trying to get it down to?
Yeah, so right now our current order value is around like between $78 and $79. The acquisition cost is actually fairly cheap, only because I have not ever ran any ads. I don't put any marketing money behind marketing except for our tech stack. So we utilize email marketing and SMS. That's really where my money comes from. And if you break that down based on a 12-month the way that we looked at our numbers from a 12-month perspective, it's about $8 per individual. So cost of acquisition is about $8 based on our tech stack. But I have not invested in any ads. And our affiliate marketing just started, so I can't really give too much true data for that. But yeah, our customer acquisition is fairly low at the moment. And yes, of course, I do obviously want to bring that down, but I do also know that I need marketing dollars so that I can start investing in paid marketing tactics.
Just for the record, if you can get $8 for your cost of acquisition, like
that's
you're
low.
killing it. So don't worry about it.
I know it, but it's organic and it can only get me so far.
Marsha, do you have any questions?
No questions, just I think your brand is great. I like the wellness aspect. I love the clean aspect, and I love the fact that you're giving back also as well. So that social impact is really important.
Thank you. We're bootstrapping over here. Everything that you see, I do it myself. I design all the packaging. I design the website. I do all the marketing initiatives. I'm looking to take that away from myself so that I can continue to grow the brand.
Ida, the founder of Squigs. I was the perpetual new girl. I have moved over 10 times in my life. You've named it, I've probably lived there. The thing that stayed constant in my life was our weekly family Ayurvedic hair care and skincare rituals. Actually what Squigs is based on. I'm about to shine next.
Hi, it started with a good mood, a consistent correlation between using Ayurvedic beauty products with effective, non-irritating ingredients and feeling happier. I wanted to bottle up that feeling literally, which is how the idea for Squigs was born. So, hi, I'm Nikita. I'm the proud South Asian founder of Squigs. I've worked as a beauty editor at leading publications like Pop Sugar, Elle, L'Oreal Paris, and more, testing out probably every product you can think of. And that's where I really fell in love with Ayurvedic ingredients. My sister, husband, and even 2-year-old all have eczema. And sometimes when I'd be sometimes they would end up causing allergic reactions. And that's when I really turned to these Ayurvedic creations we'd make when we were younger and knew something was there. Fun fact, Squigs was actually a nickname that me and my sister called each other while growing up. Since we launched 2 years ago, we've been a part of Alta's Accelerate program, Tower 28's program, Beauty Independence, Bridge Cohort, and the Mesa Incubator program, and more. So Ayurvedic beauty is truly unmatched with its high performance natural ingredients. And there are currently 0 approachable and effective Ayurvedic beauty brands on the market today that are geared towards the Gen Z and Gen Alpha community. Current Ayurvedic brands on the market today are often at a luxury price point or feel unapproachable or unattainable. The opportunity for the Ayurvedic market itself is largely untapped, with its market size projected to go up to $21.12 billion by 2028, up from just $6.5 billion in 2020. And 50% of Gen Zers have purchased a hair care treatment like a hair oil in the past 6 months, 54% of whom are also planning on buying another hair care treatment like a hair oil in the next 6 months. We truly believe we're able to carve out a white space for these communities, with our TAM being over $3 billion for the Gen Z community, and we anticipated being even higher with the Gen Alpha and Millennial interest of our brand as well. So meet the solution, Squigs. We're a fun, approachable, effective Ayurvedic beauty brand infused with modern, clinically proven ingredients, whose mission of happy head care is designed to put you in a good mood. And we also give back a percentage of proceeds to mental health charities. Our 5X award-winning Gooseberry Delight hair oil is based actually on what my great-grandmother Ai and I used to make when we were younger. We've won multiple awards, including our first Allure Best of Beauty Award under the clean category for the best clean hair oil. Double Shot Face Serum is our Biface Face Serum, formulated with hydrating superheroes like niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, squalane, but it also has Ayurvedic properties like tulsi, turmeric, and neem. And our newest product is our Squiggly Neem Comb, which is created for all hair types to detoxify and detangle your scalp and hair. So we strongly believe in an omni-channel approach. We're currently D2C and have retail partnerships with Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, and Amazon. UO reached out to us just 1 month after we launched, and after selling out 3 times online, we're currently sold in 50 retail stores across the nation as the first Indian-inspired brand to be on shelves. Our vibrant, happy headcare community is full of Gen Z and Gen Alpha beauty enthusiasts who we meet regularly with IRL events. Most recently, we had a pop-up where over 4,000 people came, and there were lines outside of the door each day, which is incredible. You can see the amazing photos here. We've also 2x'd our revenue from last year and have an AOV of $46. So we truly are filling in a major white space with our fun, effective, and approachable Ayurvedic beauty brand focused on Gen Z. We follow all clean retailer guidelines. We have an engaged consumer base. We have a growing social community. We're 30K combined on TikTok and Instagram. We are supply chain steady as we are already in a 3PL. We have amazing 5-star reviews, which is really exciting. And we have proven retail success, as can be seen with our online success leading to 50 doors at UO. And most importantly, we're also championed by industry authorities. So
Nikita, you're at time.
well, thank you so much.
Amazing job. Let's
Thank
go
you.
to our judges.
Thank you, Nikita. This is a really fun brand. I like this a lot. But I see 3 SKUs so far. Do you have more? Do you have a broader assortment, or what's next to round out the assortment?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. So Ayurveda is all about the wellness factor of your life. And a lot of Ayurvedic ingredients are not only used in hair care, but also skincare. And that's why we created our mission of happy head care. Next year, we will be launching our shampoo and conditioner, which is super exciting. And we're focusing within the hair care category specifically because that's where our customers are wanting to see us the most. So that's what our game plan is for the next possibly foreseeable future as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would just second the notion that this is such a fun, approachable brand. I love how
Thank
you
you.
position it and how you're looking at the packaging. I'm so glad that Ron asked the question about sort of the expansion. That being said, I am curious as you think about brand positioning. Fun brand, no question. There are a lot of other fun brands out there, right? So is there anything outside of formulation that you use in your communication to differentiate yourself from competition?
Yeah, so we truly are the only Ayurvedic brand on the market today that are geared towards the Gen Z and Gen Alpha communities. A lot of the Ayurvedic brands on the market today are often geared towards my mom or my grandma's generation. So there's no one really out there trying to simplify Ayurveda for everyone and let them understand that you don't really have to be South Asian in order to use it. In fact, a majority of our community isn't even South Asian. And it's really incredible to see people come in through the efficacy of our products. And that's why with our community, when we are talking about our products, we have lots of amazing clinical data as well that proves the efficacy of our brands. And the amazing part about both of the products as well is they're multi-use. So our hair oil can be used as a pre-wash treatment, which is what we recommend, but also a few drops for styling. And all you need is really one try for both of the products to really visualize and see the effects right away. And the amazing thing about our face serum as well is you literally just need 5 seconds after applying to see a visible difference. So that's why when we have our amazing IRL events where our consumers, new and old, come through, they're able to test it out in person and see those effects pretty much immediately, which is why we have such an amazing community that just continues to grow.
Amazing. Marcia, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. You mentioned that your brand, your product meets all clean retailer standards. Which are you referring to in particular?
Yeah, so pretty much everything under the sun, and it's very important for us to follow all clean retailer guidelines. So we follow Credo, Ulta, Sephora, Whole Foods, Target, and that's not only with the ingredients that we're choosing, because that also matters a lot to us. But right now, all of our products, if you go on our website, we have a sustainability widget in partnership with Blueboard that showcases each part of our product, how to recycle it, and what our carbon emissions are as well, because that's also a huge part of our brand. And we're hoping with our newer products as well, each time we come out with new ones, we're slowly improving our pathway to be a more sustainable brand as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Devin McGee Kirkland, co-founder and CEO of Dion Libra, headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. 3 fun facts about me are I love cornbread, I'm obsessed with R&B music, and I do my own nails. I'm up next. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Devin McGee Kirkland, co-founder and CEO at Dion Libra, and my background is in beauty consulting and luxury retail management, RIP Henry Bindle. I've consulted for brands like Glossier and created their Glossier Brown community.
Hi, my name is Britt Kirkland, and I am co-founder and COO at Dion Libra. My background is in health and wellness. I am a former professional basketball player overseas and a Hall of Famer at my university.
How many of you frequently feel stressed? How many of you know that stress can kill you? In 2018, my daddy died from a stress-induced heart attack, and he was only 54. I recently celebrated my 34th birthday, so if I live to be the same age my dad is, well, dad was when he passed, I only have 20 years left on this earth, and I do not want to spend them stressing.
90% of disease and illness is stress-related, and that includes skin conditions. And Black people are disproportionately affected by stress and stress-related health outcomes, with limited access to natural stress management solutions.
At Dion Libra, we're redefining self-care by focusing on the root cause of most modern beauty and wellness issues, which is our stress. Our supplements are formulated with adaptogens to support the body's natural ability to handle stress, while our skincare products are formulated with adaptogens to help protect your skin from environmental stressors. We formulate to EU standards, Clean at Sephora standards, Credo standards, Conscious Beauty at Ulta standards, because oftentimes when you look in the personal care space and beauty space, as far as Black brands are concerned, we don't get face quality ingredients for the whole body. And we usually get lower quality ingredients, and those ingredients can also lead to diseases such as cancer. And so we wanted to be really specific about making sure our community got what they deserved.
Stress is a silent killer in our community. Our bodies are riddled with high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and more, and it's predominantly caused by stress. So adaptogens can help our bodies regulate our cortisol levels so that we can live longer and more fulfilling lives. For example, Mr. Tim is our UPS guy, and he used to pick up our packages for us. We gave him our unbothered adaptogenic elixir that you see here, which is where we really do our work. And I said, take it for 2 weeks, come back and tell me how you felt. And he did. And he said, my doctor took me off of my high blood pressure medicine. And at that point, we knew we had something really special and that could help possibly save lives.
And so here's some of our traction. We launched on Juneteenth of last year as far as selling product is concerned. Before that, we had an editorial website for the previous year that just serves as a digital educational space as far as wellness is concerned. We've 2x'd our revenue since last year. Our AOV is $60. Almost all of our products have 5-star reviews. If it's not, it's sitting at a 4.9. So somebody go write a review and get us over. We won 8 awards to date, multiple grants, over 40 press features, Cosmopolitan's Best New Body Care Brand this year, Allure Best of Beauty Award. We've won 4 packaging awards for Dyeline. And then there's a host of celebrities and influencers that also support us, everybody from Lena Waithe to Alex Isley and Cynthia Erivo. So in the year that we've been on the market, we've had some really great support. As far as future innovation is concerned, we don't believe in making a whole bunch of product for no reason. All of our skincare products are face quality for the whole body. So from Smooth, if that's the cleanser, you can use it as your face wash and your body wash, and same thing for Big Up as your moisturizer. Our community has really been asking for travel. So that is our next step in product launches, is getting the travel. And as far as the elixir is concerned, that will be a stick pack, because adaptogens can take up to 2 weeks to show effects in your body.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are at time. We are going to turn it over to our judges.
First of all, great job, ladies. I don't think I need to say this to anybody, but your packaging is obviously phenomenal. I am interested, though, you talk a lot about the adaptogens and that the sort of the adaptogen forward formulation and how important that is to not only your objective as a brand, but to your consumer. Is there a connection between the purposeful design of the products and that formulation?
So both of my parents were born in the 60s, and I love the 60s aesthetic. So the packaging design was just a nod to the 60s. In the 60s, there used to be these vintage Murano glass bottles that had that little knob top. They were often used for oils and perfume. And so we really just wanted to give that as a nod to Dad. The other side of the packaging is that if you often look at a lot of Black beauty and wellness brands, due to no fault of our own, most of us are bootstrapping. We can only get stock packaging with the label. And, you know, I really wanted our packaging to remind Black people that they are worthy of everything good in this world. I think a lot of times we settle for things and we shouldn't have to. And one thing that's really special to us about our customer is that instead of living in their wellness cabinet as far as the elixir or their beauty cabinet as far as the skincare, most people leave this on their counters. And so we get a lot of pictures as far as UGC is concerned of our product existing in people's kitchens and on their bathroom counters. And so it makes me really proud that they want to share that and show that off versus hide it away.
Yeah, at Rare Beauty Brands, we often talk about counter-worthy product and counter-worthy packaging. And I think this epitomizes what that means. So great job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll reiterate the packaging is really amazing. So great job on packaging. Going back to the adaptogens, can you talk more about that? What is that product, or are there multiple products that have the adaptogens?
Yeah, so all three products have adaptogens in it. And so what I didn't send you guys the elixir because we're sold out. We sold out 3 months of inventory in 2 weeks. So you guys only got the topical products. But the elixir is an adaptogenic powder supplement. And so we put it in a drink, you can cook with it. And that over 2 weeks, sometimes sooner, will help you regulate your cortisol levels and kind of give you a natural boost of energy. It's caffeine free, sugar free. So there's no jitters and no headaches. And then topically, there are adaptogens in the skincare products because when adaptogens are formulated into skincare, they can help protect your skin from environmental stressors. So like pollution, UV rays, and then also one big use for our 7-time award-winning Big Up Body Glaze has been people using it for eczema instead of steroid creams.
Hi, I'm Vina, the co-founder and CEO of Daybird. I grew up in Austin and I currently live in Chicago. And a fun fact about me is that I have a 3-year-old Karen Terrier pup named Tipo that I love to spend most of my free time with.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to meet you. I'm Vina and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Daybird. Growing up, I struggled to find products on the shelf that matched my skin tone and type. And as I started my career as a chemical engineer, I didn't understand why I was the only one in the room that was expected to wear products on her face in order to look professional and feel confident. I'd love to share a bit about this beauty standard tax with you and introduce what we're growing here at Daybird. The US beauty industry is $20 billion. That's 20 billion spent on trying to look and feel a prescribed way. Everywhere we look, we're told to wear more products and spend more money and add steps to achieve these unrealistic and idealistic expectations. And for the majority, this is emotionally taxing. As a result, the average woman spends $225,000 on beauty over her lifetime, yet doesn't use and wastes 90% of the product. And our over 4,000 customers told us that they're not using the products on their shelves. And their top goal is to minimize steps in order to take back ownership of what beauty means to them. So we're Daybird. Welcome to the Anti-Beauty Beauty Club. We're a chemical engineer meets consumer marketer and PR expert that gathered around the shared emotional disconnect with beauty standards after having worked in historically male-dominated fields. And here at Daybird, we create clean and vegan functional makeup for a one-step morning routine, giving you back your time and mental space to do what matters most. Our hero product is a first of its kind makeup and skincare hybrid with 2 clinically active serums, moisturizer, mineral SPF 50 without the white cast, and a skin tint, all in one multitasking product. While current competitors have good for you ingredient stacks with skincare present at inactive or marketing claim levels, we dial that up with our one-step better for you formulation that truly benefits your skin. We also focus on our customers' desire to minimize steps, messaging that would be antithetical to competitors' brands. And we just hit 2 years old and have served over 4,500 customers and counting. We grew 480% year over year with a 67% gross margin and tested into a now proven acquisition strategy where we pay back CAC over 2.5 times on first purchase. And our customers love us. They've mentioned us over 500 times in social and press to date. And we recently went viral on TikTok Shop, selling out of 2 of our SKUs. We restocked at the end of May with hundreds of pre-orders and top media placements like The Skim and CNN Underscored. Momentum has been building. And here's a bit about the team behind Daybird. I'm a chemical engineer with experience leading manufacturing plant operations, regulatory compliance, and assembling supply chains for early stage consumer startups. Hannah, our head of marketing, is an affiliate and PR expert and has secured placements in top publications like Vogue, Forbes, Real Simple, and many more. And Whitney, our founder and advisor, has over a decade of experience in consumer marketing and brings industry expertise from her time at the personalized skincare startup Curology. We're also advised by a beauty industry executive and a dermatologist. And we're ready to scale. Last year, we launched online and Urban Outfitters and a Kourtney Kardashian shop Poosh, as well as participated in Target's Accelerator. This has prepared us for our strategic and methodical walk, jog, run approach to retail, where we look to not just get on the shelf, but sustainably stay on the shelf. After these launches, we're ready for the next phase of our retail expansion, where we get our products onto shelves to be available where our customers are. And our customer shops high-low for beauty where they shop for their whole self, but they often have a hard time finding the specialty quality brands and products they love at their grocery store. This is where Daybird comes in. This pitch competition, the Lift Beauty Accelerator, mentorship, services, funding, and retail opportunities couldn't come at a better time than where we're at right now. Our biggest priority over the next 12 months is expanding in the natural grocery channel as we continue intentional product line extension. And our future is to redefine beauty standards so that there is no standard. Space will be created and Daybird will be available wherever you are, just as you are. We're already connected to and in early conversations with CVS and Target as we think about our long-term vision. So come join us.
Time. Thank you
Perfect.
so much.
Thanks.
Amazing job. Perfect timing. Let's go to our panelists. Duran.
Vina, great job, and I love the positioning that you have, the 4-in-1 on your hero product. I am curious though, if anytime you're a industry disruptor, right, you have to really position yourself as not necessarily a better than, but almost a smarter alternative. Can you talk a little bit more about your positioning with the 4-in-1 and talk a little bit more about why you feel that Daybird has the right to stand up to what we would call the traditional beauty standards and really change the game?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you so much for that question. Oh, okay. Thank you. So I would say every other beauty brand on the market's messaging is focused on more, adding more products, adding more steps, spending more money. And what we've heard from our customers is that they're exhausted they're exhausted by this messaging. So that's why on our packaging, we put that 4-in-1 right there. We've heard from our customers that they're looking for products that help them simplify their routines. They're looking for that standout orange bottle on their bathroom shelf every morning to remind them that this is their one and done, one-stop shop. And for us, it's not necessarily about being anti-beauty, like beauty is horrible. It's more about enabling our customers to take back ownership of what that means and looks like in their life. And rather than having to adhere to some unattainable standard of perfect or flawless skin, for example. So I think for us, what we've heard at the end of the day, our top goal is to make products or help meet our customers' needs. And so from a product standpoint, that's creating true functional multitaskers. And from a brand standpoint, that's showing them that we're enabling them to take back ownership of what their morning routine looks like and feels like in their own life.
I have a couple comments and then one question.
Sure.
First of all, I also like the 4-in-1 multi-benefit factor. I think that's really good. And I also appreciate that you mentioned the difference between getting on shelf and staying on shelf. As a retailer, that's important for our brands to know that there's a difference. So I appreciate your awareness of that. I'm looking at the skin tones, and I think we have samples of 4 different skin tones with us. Are you comfortable that you cover all skin tones?
Yeah, thanks for that question. So, I'm South Asian. One of my co-founders is Latina. And so for us, a big reason that we started Daybird is because we struggled to find products on the shelf that match our skin tone. So we did want to be inclusive from day one. And right now our 3 tints do span from very light to a very deep skin tone because they're providing a very sheer lightweight coverage tint that adapts through a multitude of different skin tones and types. That being said, though, we actually have up to 18 shades tested and ready to go. We're just being very strategic since we are a small brand right now, and we're trying to be mindful of working capital and inventory management, especially with a product like sunscreen that expires. So we would be willing to work with a retailer, and we are continuously working with our customers and hearing from our customers about mindfully adding those additional shades to our current lineup and making sure that we are addressing that inclusivity going forward, every day going forward.
Hi, my name is Jamila Powell, and I am the founder of Naturally Drenched. I was born in Columbus, Ohio. I was raised in Ellicott City, Maryland, and I want to say I'm adult raised in South Florida. This is not my full-time job. I'm actually a lawyer by day and a mommy every other time of the day. I love Carnival. I fell in love with it when I was 30, and I've been hooked to Soca ever since. And I'm about to shine next.
Thank you for having me today as I share with you my vision and how we plan on making our stamp in the beauty industry. Currently, Black women spend $2.29 billion annually on hair care compared to their counterparts. And the global curly hair care and styling products market is slated to be valued at $7,217.8 million by 2031. 60% of the world has either curly or wavy hair, and Black women spend 9 times the amount of money on hair care as their counterparts. Yet 86% report that they are dissatisfied with the hair care options for their hair texture. and I can understand it. And this is where Naturally Drenched comes in to change the story. We have a health-first approach. 50% of products advertised to Black women contain chemicals known to be endocrine disruptors. That's compared to 7% advertised to their counterparts. We believe in high quality ingredients in all of our formulations. We salon test all of our products for effectiveness and safety. And we also prioritize hair and scalp health to make sure that we don't have any nasties like parabens, phthalates, sulfates, things of that nature, and to make sure that we have a balanced ingredient so we're not weighing down the hair with heavy oils or scalp with fragrances that could potentially lead to hair loss or other scalp conditions. We're committed to sustainability in ingredients, production, and packaging. We use aluminum, cork, cardboard, and glass. And we also have a curl-inclusive community. We're committed to serving all curl types, and we understand the lack of effective products available for tighter curls in the market. This is a personal endeavor for me. I do have a higher texture of hair, and I often cannot walk into the majority of retailers and complete a wash day from beginning to end. We have a masstige price point. We believe everybody deserves exceptional hair care. Now, we're distinctly positioned. Why, you wonder? Well, number one, I owned a salon for 10 years, and we specialized in curly hair, from a wave to textures tighter than my own. Most brands will check off some boxes and not all, and usually leave higher textures out of the conversation. We aim to change that, and all of our products are aligned and formulated to cater to higher texture curls. Our products are simple, simply put, special. We're involved in every step of the process. We own all of our own formulas. Our products are priced from $26 to $48, and our customers love us. The press does also. We have an omni-channel approach. We do DTC with our website and Amazon. We've also partnered with HSN and been on air 3 times, 13 Loon. Urban Outfitters, Credo. We're globally available at Curl Nation in the Middle East, Cult Beauty in the UK and the EU, who also ships globally. And we're also available with Lock and Box in Germany. Our gross profit margin is 80% plus for all of our products. Our AOV is $39.32, and we have a repeat purchase rate of 26%. Now, how are we going to get there? Well, the way we do it is with product expansion. I have a ton of ideas. Like I said, I owned a salon, so we're just getting started. Nurturing relationships with current retail partnerships, entrance into a large nationwide retailer. We also have an ND Pro program and a wholesale program. We work tightly with salons and stylists and hope to one day get into a retailer like Salon Centric. We're big on building communities with Instagram. I love talking to people. I love to talk. So we're definitely event pop-ups or something that we do. Masterclass is really teaching people how to love their curls.
Jamila, thank you so much. You are
Thank
at
you.
time.
Thank you.
Let's go to our judges. Would you like to start, Ram?
Thank you. Great presentation.
Thank you.
I think you talked about salon quality.
Yes.
Do you offer salon services for the stylist to perform?
I don't currently offer salon services because I did close my salon last year to focus on the brand. But what I will be eyeing is actually creating cuts that provide a certification for salons so that they're just not learning, like they get product knowledge, but they also have which is very technically difficult, which is why, like when I had a salon, you had to come in as an assistant and learn from the stylists who had more experience. But I do want to have a cut that's certified and kind of makes it easier for beginner curl cutters.
Excellent job with the brand. I think there's 2 pieces that I'm really curious about. First, when I actually had a chance to pick up the product, I'd seen it online, but actually picking it up, like the aluminum adds such great weight to the product and it has such outstanding on-shelf presence that I'm kind of curious about the channel expansion plans. So I'm going to put these 2 questions together. So that's kind of the setup. So then the other piece of it is, given your experience owning a salon, being in that profession, I'm kind of curious, can you give us more perspective on your choice of channel expansion? It sounds like you're leaning much more towards traditional retail, mass retailers, et cetera, versus going through the salon channel. Can you share a little bit more about those choices and about how that looks long term?
I think it's more of a dual path for me because I think there's opportunity in both. I think that salons and stylists are incredible influencers. And so it's something I do both at the same time. Now, granted, if I had more funding, I would be able to hire more people that could actually market in different directions. So I have been with retailers, but I also still have a wholesale program. I send out my wholesale list. I have a separate email marketing wholesale that I target. I still, ship out wholesale orders to salons and stylists.
Awesome. Thank you. And Marsha, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I did see that you mentioned that your brand, is it in Credo or did you partner with Credo? So what was that relationship?
So I had partnered with Credo. I was in stores for about 3 years, and then I exited out last year.
Okay, and are all of your products or the products that your hero products, are they all Credo? Do they-
Everything I do is always going to be I use that as my base point is Credo approved. And even because I'm in Cult Beauty, my hero product had to be registered in the EU and the UK.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Sarah Bibison, the founder of Sharibe Hair Care, and started my company in 2017. Very excited to be here. Fun fact about me, I cycle every day and I don't own a car. So I'll be next. See you.
Today to tell you about Sharibe, which is really bringing together ancient wisdom, modern science, and salon quality for all type of textured hair, so wavy, curly, curly, kinky. And so what we really stand for at Sharibe is that we're really addressing the major gap in the market for clean, affordable, and salon-grade hair care that are both inclusive and clinically proven. So we really go that extra mile when it comes to the clinically proven ones, because traditionally textured hair care, especially the tighter quality hair, have been excluded from clinicals. And this is the traditional Shebe ritual that inspires us. So I learned it from my great-grandmother, Sherry. So her name actually inspires the brand name that Sharibe originally launched as a namesake brand. And this picture on the left is a feature from American Vogue. So when I told the story to editors in the US, American Vogue was so impressed. I mean, they actually came to chat on their own dime and they did that very beautiful reportage. And when you look today on the market, what's really missing is, that next-gen technology. There is no premiumization and those salon quality, especially at an affordable price point. And today, 80% of the business is happening in the food, drug, mass channels, so mass market. And when you look at the left, it looks exactly like it looks like in the 90s when I was growing up, while the non-textured hair care brand have really evolved into something that's modern, desirable, and something that you want to have like on your shelfie or just use, because why not? Because you deserve it, right? And so that's what we are bringing now with true premiumization, that heritage ingredient. We also have proprietary tech, we have patents and science back, as I said, with the clinical results as well. So that's the core line. We have 8 products, so that covers the entire spectrum between shampoo, conditioner, treatment, and also styling, which is really important for that customer. Our price point is between $10.99 and $13.99, so really accessible. And that's the team. So everything that's with the gold is people who are being hired between end of this year and next year. And then everything that's gray is building the team. So it's really 3 verticals. So everything that's finance, everything that's ops and supply chain. And then last but not least, everything that's brand and marketing. So in terms of go-to-market, obviously social is very important nowadays, and we will continue to lean in. We have everything we have built is pretty much organic, and also we'll have some performance marketing that's planned. And obviously in stores, really having the best-in-class merchandising. And so in terms of traction, we have been really had a lot of press, including that Vogue Peak I mentioned. And we won over 30 awards. And for the traction, we're launching into Target this coming December. And then what else is we expect to cross the 3 million revenue next year and also become finally profitable. Some highlights is we moved since launching, I mean, last year in 2023 with the old branding, over 100,000 units with little to no advertising. And we have a product margin that is close to 90% now. So yeah, thank you.
Amazing job. Let's go to our judges. Marsha, would you like to start this time?
I didn't have any questions. I think this is a great looking brand. I love the packaging. Didn't really hear anything that brought any questions. It's just looks like a lovely brand. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Marsha. Ron.
Great presentation. I really like the ancient history story, and that this has been a family ritual. I also want to call out that I like on the packaging, you've got the 2A to 4C called out on the packaging, which is really helpful.
Thank you.
You talked a lot about direct to consumer, and you mentioned you're going into Target. I feel like there's a lot of stylists that could fall in love with this product as well. Are you approaching the salon community at all?
Yeah, actually, the stylist built a brand, literally. When I started, I was literally my own one-woman show, and I was DMing every stylist under the sun. And they launched a brand. I have goosebumps. I mean, the stylist carried this brand, and they actually brought the attention of Target, also the attention of Sephora and things, because the stylists were just using that brand on everywhere. So yeah, and we're actually in discussion with Salon Centric, in full transparency, who does have a problem that we're going to target, but that's where our customer is. And Salon Centric is 600 doors, just stylists. It's a very small business compared to what we can do in the food, drug, mass channels. Thank you.
So I'm curious by two things. The first thing that really caught my eye was that you have a 50% repeat rate on your website, which is outstanding. Can you give us some context? What are people coming back for? What's the driver that gets them back? Is there a specific product? Is it the brand as a whole? Give us some context there.
So there are several things here. The first thing is the scent. We did spend a lot of time with a master perfumer in France to really create that scent. We even have a blurb here on it because we wanted people to come back and have that really elevated experience. And the scent is inspired by Harvest on our farm. So people are really obsessed with the scent. They keep coming back for the scent. So when they try more product, they come back. So it's really that very beautiful scent people love. So that's one thing. And second is performance. So one thing that I did is when I worked for L'Oreal, one thing I didn't mention is I worked for L'Oreal for many years. I did pretty much every job at L'Oreal. I still don't know how I did 7 jobs in 4 years, but so that's how it was. And then when I left L'Oreal, one of my really good friends who was the head of the worldwide hair care labs, she did all the Kerastase brand. She also left. So I called her. I said, hey, you up for drinks? We had drinks, the rest is story. So this woman came with me and I told her I want Kerastase product at Garnier price point. She's like, you fired. I'm like, no, come here, let's work and let's do that. It took us 4 years, but we did it. And that's how we got those 90% gross margin, giving that super high quality. And honestly, nobody in the market is right now doing the amount of clinical testing we're doing for a mass market brand that's textured and independent and all of those things. So.
Oh, I did have a question about the clinical testing. What kind of specifically?
So we do the classic consumer perception studies. We also do on scalp health because that's a big issue. If you want to have long hair, it really starts at the scalp. So we do the placebo test with scalp before, after, especially for a shampoo. Sorry, I couldn't send you because I didn't have a product then yet. I have it now. So it's with prebiotics, so really, you know, making your scalp healthy. And we also do the instrumental testing. So testing for heat, for example, our leave-in conditioner is heat protectant. So really measuring that the heat is protected. We also do measure the hydration. So hydration, just hydration. I'm sorry, my English is. So hydration, that what is the level of moisture that's left in hair. And we also do other on the hair strength. So how strong is the hair after the product is used? Literally took the playbook from L'Oreal. And then we like, how do we do that for textured hair independent? Because we also deserve the best, right? So, and then that's also when actually, when I was doing those clinicals, something I didn't realize is when I was talking to those labs, they'll make me pay extra. And I'll call them, I was like, why are you making me pay extra? Because your panels are non-standard. What do you mean your panel is not standard? You have all those women with curly, hair, protective style, silk press. We don't even know where to find them. I'm like, it's 2 billion of us. You can find us. Come on. Anyway, so that's yeah.
That's amazing. I'm glad you found the
Oh, I
studies.
can go on and on, but we need another Zoom chat to tell you about those clinicals. Oh my God.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, weren't those founders amazing? I am literally casting my vote as we speak. Make sure you do it too by following the link below and casting your vote for your favorite beauty brand. Voting is now open. And remember, it closes at 11:59 Central Standard Time on October 6th. Make sure you're following us on socials so that you can see who the winners are. All right, beauties, I look forward to seeing you in the comments.